arcade has been around for a little while now, slowly adding to the titles on offer. So we thought we'd check back in and show you what we've been playing recently, starting with Mini Motorways. Mini Motorways is the road-based successor to the excellent train network simulator Mini Metro. Both give you the task of making a successful transport system in a famous city like Los Angeles or Tokyo. You need to lay down roads to get cars from their house to a building of the same color. Simple. Your city will continue to grow and bustle about until eventually your motorways buckle under the stress of it all, and not enough cars make it to their buildings in time. And they will absolutely always buckle. At the end, you get a score based on how many cars got to their destination. It gets a lot more tricky as more houses and buildings appear too. You get a limited number of road pieces to place and start with only one bridge, so you'll quickly run out if you don't build efficiently. After a while, you'll need to start making roads cross over each other and drive past other houses. It gets messy very quickly if you're not careful. But every few minutes, you do get to choose new pieces, like traffic lights or speedy motorways that bypass everything, to help keep the city running smoothly. And because houses and buildings appear randomly, they can leave you in a tricky position. But I think that's part of the fun. You have to be prepared for anything. And I absolutely love the soundscape and style. The sound builds as the city gets bigger and bigger. But because the visuals are quite simple, you never feel overwhelmed. Plus, you can be a little bit creative with how you approach it. I love making my roads all squiggly, and I love this game. So I'm giving Mini Motorways 4.5 out of 5 rubber chickens. What have you been playing, Jam?
Well, how do I describe cricket through the ages? Well, to start out with, it's not got anything to do with cricket, and yet somehow makes everything about cricket.
10,000 years ago, humankind teetered on the edge of extinction.
First up, this is best played with another person on the same iPad.
Then, cricket was invented.
The controls are simple. You tap your side of the screen to make your character perform their action. So I'll tap to throw the ball, and someone else will tap to hit it. Couldn't be easier. Except it's not just cricket you'll be playing. Or is it? Well, if you've ever wanted to dive into the philosophical debate of what is or isn't cricket, this game does make a very convincing case with its 4 campaigns, each taking you through historically accurate accounts of how cricket was played from dinosaur times all the way through to the apocalypse. I love the narrator. There's something about an old British voice that really sells me on the whole idea. I say, good show, old chap.
But space travel proved to be expensive.
The true joy of this is in the absolutely crazy things it tries to pass off as cricket. Though there isn't a whole lot to do once you've seen the 4 different stories, which last about 30 minutes each. That said, it is hilarious making the largely out-of-control characters face off against one another, with nothing but your tapping fingers to win. But once the joke has worn off, it's only really fun to play with new players who haven't enjoyed the comedy yet. It was still incredible the first time I played it though. If I had to buy it on its own, I might have some hesitations, but as part of a subscription, you've got to check it out. So I'm giving Cricket Through the Ages 4 out of 5 rubber chickens.
Whoa! And now for something completely different. Okay, first off, I have never played a LEGO game that has made me as emotional as LEGO Builder's Journey. With each level, you're presented with a diorama. The goal always differs slightly, but with most levels, you'll be manipulating LEGO blocks in order to get your character, Builder, who is essentially just a small collection of LEGO blocks, to the end of the level. It's kind of like the Monument Valley games, with you slowly moving through a space and having to solve puzzles along the way. Sometimes you'll be placing or manipulating bricks in an exact spot to build the way forward, and other times you can be a bit more creative about it. Basically, if the brick fits, that may be all you need. Unfortunately, due to the isometric layout, it can be a bit of a struggle to know exactly where a piece will be placed. Plus, it takes slightly too long to actually place and rotate blocks too. I never totally felt used to it the whole time I played. It's especially frustrating when you have to move a piece quickly. With each level, this really lovely story about Builder and what seems to be his parent unfurls. With no dialogue, I might add. I don't want to spoil it for you, but my gosh did it tug on the heartstrings. Who knew little plastic blocks could make you feel so many feels? All in all, it's a beautiful experience, especially if you're a LEGO fan like me. I'm giving LEGO Builder's Journey 4 out of 5 rubber chickens.